treetop when the wind blows.
Hi guys, welcome back to Laura Amy TV. The entire Federation and most especially the Air Force and female community in Nigeria are bitterly mourning the demise of the first Nigerian Air Force female helicopter pilot, Tolulope Aritola, who passed on at an early age of 24 on Tuesday, 14th July 2020, just after 9 months of making history as the first Nigerian Air Force female helicopter pilot.
Joined the military simply out of passion for it. Being a military personnel has been a long-term ambition. The career.
While the motive for joining the military by some is to wriggle out of the burden of unemployment, for Tolulope Aritola, it was simply a passion she had found from childhood. All that Tolulope Oluwatoyin Sarah Aritola dreamt of was to join the military and fly an aircraft. Her father, Akintunde Aritola, recalled in an interview what she told him as a child. He said, one day, she was very small. She pointed to one small aircraft parked on the field and said, "Dad, one day I am going to fly that aircraft." And I said, "Amen." Her father, Akintunde Aritola, recalled in an interview. Since that day, she did not look back on her dream. Tolulope Aritola was born in 1995 in Kaduna, Nigeria, and that childhood yearning would become a reality on September 22, 2012, after she was admitted into the Nigerian Defense Academy and commissioned 5 years later. She made history in October 2019 when she was winged as Nigeria's first female combat helicopter pilot in the Nigerian Air Force 55 years of existence. At her decoration last October, flanked by the Chief of Air Staff Sadiq Abubakar and the Women Affairs Minister Pauline Solon, she marched to receive her wing with so much immaculate finesse that mirrored her passion for the job. And she said, "I joined the military simply out of passion for it. Being a military personnel has been a long-term ambition for me," she said in an interview shared by the Nigerian Air Force. "The courage and what they stand for is simply exceptional," she added. Not that she had no other options to chase other jobs opportunities, as she had a degree in mathematics, but for her, being in the military was all she craved. Her profile was well scripted in a tribute released by the Nigerian Air Force, where she was described as a very intelligent, disciplined, confident and courageous young officer who added value wherever she served. Short but impactful service. An official release by the Nigerian Air Force says, as of October 2019, Tolulope had acquired 460 hours, that is about 19 days of flights within 14 months in flying a helicopter. Those hours of flying were partly spent as a squadron pilot in Operation Gamma Aiki in Minna, Niger State, Nigeria, and across the North Central, where she flew her quota of the anti-banditry bombardment to rid the area of terror. Tolulope was a native of Ife area of Ijumi local government area of Kogi State and the fourth child of her family. She attended Air Force Primary School from the year 2000 to 2005 and the Air Force Secondary School from 2006 to 2011, all in Kaduna, Nigeria. In September 2012, she was admitted into the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, Nigeria, as a member of the 64 regular course where she finished from in 2017. She backed a degree in mathematics and was commissioned as a pilot officer. She was winged as the first ever female combat helicopter pilot in the Nigerian Air Force 2 years later, having completed a pilot training course at the Starlight International Training Academy in South Africa. Tolulope Aritola graduated from Starlight International Training Academy and she performed excellently well during her training. She would later become Nigeria's first female combat helicopter pilot to be so winged. The only other woman after her to reach that feat is Chinelo Uwokoye, who was winged in May 2020. Ms. Aritola held a commercial pilot license and had also undergone tactical flying training on the Agusta 109 power attack helicopter in Italy. In February, during an induction in Abuja, she introduced Nigeria's newly acquired Agusta 109 power attack helicopter to the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. Aged 24, the high-flying start to the flying officer's young career was halted on July 14, 2020, a Tuesday afternoon, when according to the Nigerian Air Force, she was inadvertently hit by the reversing vehicle of an excited former Air Force secondary school classmate while trying to greet her in Kaduna, Nigeria. Father of the late combat helicopter pilot, Tolulope Aritola, speaks on the daughter's last moments. He said she fulfilled her childhood dream. Mr. Akintunde Aritola disclosed their last conversation before she died. Aritola said he called his daughter on the phone on Tuesday at about 1 p.m. on her return from an operation against bandits in Katsina State, Nigeria, and the two of them had a long conversation for several minutes. He, however, revealed that things took a different turn later in the day when he received a call from a person. He said, "She told me that she would later go out to make some photocopies, and I told her not to be too long. And to return home on time because she was staying with my first daughter in Kaduna. Around 5:30 p.m., somebody called me and asked if I had called her, and I said yes. And the person told me to call her again, which I did, but there was no response. So I called her colleagues, and they were all crying on phone. I asked what happened. They were just crying. I called one of her bosses who told me that she was in the mortuary. Shocked because she was somebody I spoke with 4 hours earlier, and by 5 p.m. she was in the mortuary." The bereaved father further disclosed that he had to drive to Lokoja, Kogi State from Abuja, where he resides, to inform his wife about the incident. Recalling the early days of his late daughter, Mr. Aritola said, "She has not just been brilliant but wonderful. She did all her education from kindergarten to nursery at the Air Force Base in Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna. One day, she was very small. She pointed to one small aircraft parked on the field and said one day she was going to fly that aircraft, and I said, Amen. So, from that day, she started working towards getting admission into the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna. She had a degree in mathematics and became an Air Force cadet. From there, she was sent on several courses abroad and became a pilot. I thank God that she was able to achieve her dreams as a baby before her death." Those were the words of her father. May her soul rest in peace. Amen.